just sent me and told me I got another guy in Chicago.
They'll give to Hyde out of the gun. Not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 20.
So you're a Twan ain't play yet?
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice.
A 2-yard gain. The numbers on the ground for Hyde last week. 13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
You start to run.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
You already now start to pay. You start to run.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his line.
And now the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
I should have punt there.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 catches, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong. Takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Yeah, I just played the coach. They had Patton there.
Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Chicago.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in.
That sounds like that, man.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got this down to the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go
that's
over
his
the top,
favorite,
take
man,
it
the
deep,
low
and now
alley.
you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
On the Seahawks 33-yard line.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll try and run it in with White. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
The ball carrier.
James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up.
Nah, you know, I saw
Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big moves towards the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just
He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
Trubisky.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It's a gain of
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on.
It's their ball.
It was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nah, I threw an interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Which one?
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 24-yard
Field goal catches everyone by surprise.
They
will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time. And
I thought it was down.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded a couple
They're trying to get that fat, huh?
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own
That's
20-yard line.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back
And they
onto
already
the
up
field.
big
Second
like that.
quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. First down, Prescott going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
3-yard line.
What you keep losing?
For Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him.
So early season, you gotta use the same team.
Defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd.
Early season, you gotta use the same team.
Prescott from the gun. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I ain't talking about, I'm talking about a football team.
Game clock
I'm talking about,
at
I can't
2:01.
change my
Time for
team,
one
right?
Final play before the 2-minute warning.
I can't?
They'll throw again. Prescott.
Oh, okay.
That's complete to Ward.
How you do that?
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the
Nah,
Bears'
next
28.
season.
Coming up
How
at
you do that?
halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away in Smiler.
But I gotta wait till the season over, right?
Good pickup there, 26 yards.
Okay.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I want, cause I ain't really been playing with them. Last year, John, I've been playing with Kansas City.
He'll try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Hyde.
Oh, they got
and he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they're having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they give up a touchdown. But a little solace
Who y'all
there.
play this
Good
Sunday?
gang tackle and stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's caught. This is White. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky goes underneath here to White. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the give, it's White. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get things started in the NFC West with L.A. making the trip to the desert to take on Arizona. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the 49ers as that one's gone to the half. The Lions are long since out of the playoff picture, but a win would get their record back to 3-9. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Yeah,
it's halftime. It's halftime, though. Made defensively.
After halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Different ball game with the Chiefs, though. When I use the Chiefs, they...
Now it's Trubisky. Out to his left.
Franchise, but people be like,
he's taken down.
why you using the best team in the league?
Chalk that
I
up
stopped using them. I'm like, I ain't the best
this
team in the
game,
league, though.
and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much
They say they
exaltation in that sack as
they
what
say
took
they
us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week,
they say they the best
continuing
because
that momentum,
they won the Super Bowl, but I'm like, nah.
Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And give him 10
I think
that
so.
time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
10 yards. And it's third.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first
When you come back down the west.
Locker room, a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
Go back.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
When you come back down southwest.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the
Come
field.
down one day, get a game, man. Face to face. Yeah.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they trail by a couple
I
of
don't think
scores,
it's
but
good
if they could put a
face-to-face,
good
though.
drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're
No, I
looking at a
don't think
checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
We see quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott, buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately
Who's that,
cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Hey, low back.
They get ready. They've got to right the ship.
Who's that, Twan?
First half, but the lead is really
You
going
need to calm down.
now. You know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the draw, it's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And the catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
You ain't doing that with Kansas City.
With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Yeah, you can. But we can. It's the same thing, though. But I ain't no stop.
To the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And as this offense makes it.
Nah, I don't even know. I'm trying to see something real quick. I lost, though. I know I lost, but let's try and see. Oh, okay. Celtics about to win.
Back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a
Yeah, it's
look.
like 189.
4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's
8
fun.
minutes left.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay,
It's a lot of
but they're
time,
not.
but
Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll get this to Ward. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Prescott now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 20, 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he?
No, I play different with the Chiefs, though.
Harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of...
But I know you ain't stopping.
He's got to take care of the football.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Hey,
Prescott,
they
his
just
third
picked it off
interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Oh, yeah.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
By the Bears.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now
but all
in this game.
And I know this, the holiday
now, but all them
season,
good teams,
Season of giving.
right? It is
and
the
real
season of
life,
giving. Maybe for
losing
his
on
own
this
sake
job.
after the game, he may have to
Patriots.
announce that he's donating certain amounts to
I like
charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a pickup of 5.
They're going to be better.
5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Trubisky. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yeah, they got me like 40-something.
He is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a
I
PAT,
thought,
and that will extend this big
thought
lead.
they was going to be easy, huh?
To kick off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
He tried
But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Howard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Howard. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So who's you about to play?
The receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take...
I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is so comp.
There's not too many modern homes here in Florida, so the compromise is to be modern touch and strip down. And then you're going to transition into living room. So I'm starting to get to my anti-openness, right? Because everything you do in any room is going to carry.
However, right entertaining space.
That's not a selling point, yeah. You know what I mean?
What it is. Because that but you just said in the car that you're saying hooker, so how do you want to be able to do that? Double door to the master bedroom. Okay. That's different.
I love the color selection. I know it's great, I think.
That is the master closet. This is not an effort for one of us. If that's the master bath, yes, Connie, that is the master bath. Why do you have it? We have a problem. That is not okay. No tub, toilet exposed. This is just sad. I feel that there are certain areas as an adult person that you need space. And especially if you're going to share it with another adult person. Because Cindy's so wonderful at doing projects, you could extend that master bath through to that master closet Maybe I'm just anal, but while they updated and remodeled, they kept all the original faceplates, like everyone.
That's your OCD bothering you. Those can be changed out.
Back through the foyer on the other side, we have the dining room. Wow.
I
I do. I don't like finished carpet.
This is magnificent. You could literally get like a 12-seater in here.
Oh, Harvey, it's just my space.
It's open, so that's now it's going to travel everywhere.
Yes, it is. I like the white cabinets and the dark top. And I have a project for you. You can move this outside. And then it can be worked. Off the kitchen, then you have your laundry room. And also have two other larger sized bedrooms and an adjoining bath.
Wow, this bathroom.
Did you ever get see his
I am loving this bathroom.
My mind is spinning a little.
No, it works
Did
as
we ever get
What we potentially could do is make that bathroom the exact way we want. If we need to make it a little bit bigger, we could. And this be the closet. The actual master over here did not have a closet space.
That was
Nor did
something,
it have
though,
the bath on the side of the wall.
I physically cringe when you talk about projects.
If we want to get the house that we're looking for, we may have to actually build it out a little bit.
I think it would be a good project. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'd get help. I'd get somebody to help us.
You would what?
I'd get somebody to help us. That's a big.
You would get someone to do it?
Yeah.
This house does not have a pool.
Kids aren't going to like you for that one.
And no room for a pool.
We might have to reduce some of the deck if we wanted to put in a pool. Ouch. It's got a great size to it, right? It's like 3,700 square feet. There's a lot of perks to the home. It is downtown, so it's a convenient location for me.
See, I think it has the same amount of perks as things that I don't like at home.
Okay.
I think there are too many projects, starting with the master bedroom.
Maybe we need to.
Try to venture out. Sounds good.
So Connie takes matters into her own hands.
Where are we heading to today?
We're heading to New York City.
Really?
Yes.
My partner should be not going to have gone at all the way that I ever expected it to.
I'm done with it. I don't care.
How did that work? Done. I'm so sorry, guys.
Deliciously smooth, Starbucks natural cold brew. Now, in a can.
Incomparable design makes it useful. State-of-the-art technology makes it great. The visionary Lexus NX.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing is one Lexus dealer.
Rule 37. The washing of garments relies entirely on one's undivided attention.
I might eat all the stuff, but I can't lay down right away. Pretty small.
We make it a mission to understand how you live. Then we make choices. Choices to make beautiful homes smart, which is beautiful. We also make beautiful things more important. We try to make choices to put back when we take out. Oh, and we can also make kitchen fronts out of plastic bottles now. So why do we choose to live things the way we do? Because the better the choices we make this year, the better off we'll all be out there. Make the dream yours.
Home is where we believe in different personal creation every night of the week. Look at all those possibilities. So fluffy, so clingy, so versatile. Pillsbury crescent rolls.
You'd rather dog sit cupcake than clean the toilet? Oh, come on! With scrubbing bubbles, cleaning doesn't have to stink. The foaming bubbles make your toilet super fresh. It's cleaning reinvented.
S.C. Johnson.
HGTV September. All new premieres. All month long.
exactly where she wants to be. About an hour away
Nah,
in the quiet
yeah.
city of St.
It look like when
You know, far away. It is.
a
I
pig
want you to
put
keep it
time
open
in
mind.
here.
It's gonna be okay. I promise.
But
Do you see already how people